Ricky's actually been one of my best friends for 23 years now. I just want to take a minute myself and thank Betty and Paul, Ricky's parents, for last night's rehearsal dinner, as well as once again Ricky's cousins, Allie and Saul, for hosting us this evening in their home in La Jolla. It's absolutely a beautiful wedding. I absolutely love weddings. They're one of my favorite occasions, and although I've been to a lot of them, I've never had the chance to actually be a part of one. So, truly an honor to be Ricky's best man and to watch him get married to the woman of his dreams. Monica looks absolutely gorgeous tonight. I mean, really, Monica, you look great all the time, but tonight you're just stunning. And Ricky, you look good. I've known Ricky since the 3rd grade. He was actually the first friend that I met when I moved here from Israel in 1992. And it was through Ricky that I met the group of guys here that would become our best friends throughout elementary school, middle school, high school, and so on. And I think it's amazing that we've been able to stay such great friends for so long. I think that having that foundation of friendship growing up is something that's very rare. And it's something that I've appreciated very much. And I attribute a lot of it to Ricky. You know, Ricky's like the glue guy. In sports, there's a player on every team that's referred to as the glue guy. He's the glue that holds the team together. Ricky's like the glue that holds our group together. After high school, Ricky actually moved away to Colorado to go to college for a few years, and it was the first time he had left home. But he always made that extra effort to stay in touch. He'd always call us on the phone or come out to visit, as well as encouraging us to come out and visit him. He actually bought me a plane ticket and flew me out to Colorado to check out his college campus for a few days. It was a pretty cool experience, a super fun time, and just one of the many things Ricky's done for his friends over the years. I think Ricky gets a lot of that kindness and benevolence from his parents, Betty and Paul. Betty and Paul were always so gracious to us growing up. Whether it was having us over in the backyard to go swimming or taking us on trips to Las Vegas in the motorhome, or even just having us over for a simple dinner. You know, being that I came from a Jewish background, Betty always made sure the food she cooked for me was kosher. Always had to be kosher. Never any cheeseburgers or bacon, you know, only Hebrew National hot dogs for the barbecue. I think in some ways she cared about it more than I did, but it was super considerate. It's something I'll always remember about Betty. Thanks, Betty. Betty and Paul also became the victims of our epic 8th grade graduation party by allowing us to have it at their house. Little did they know that the entire 8th grade class would show up, as well as some high school kids. Pretty crazy. Some of you guys might have even been there, I swear. And even though their house was a mess, Betty and Paul welcomed it with open arms because they knew it was important to Ricky, just the same way Ricky does things for Monica and does things for his friends, because he knows it's important to us. Ricky was also super competitive growing up. We played a lot of sports, and we'd spend countless hours playing football every day after school. And even today, we throw it out on the basketball court every now and then. I'll tell you, Ricky's got a killer jump shot. It doesn't always look pretty. In fact, sometimes it's uglier than hell, but the ball ends up in the basket. I don't know how. It's crazy. Yeah, seriously. I remember in middle school, Ricky actually got a new bike. He fell off his bike and broke his arm. He had a cast from his wrist all the way up to his shoulder, but he'd still come out and play football with us, making ridiculous one-handed catches with his good arm. Only thing about it is we couldn't let Paul know that Ricky was playing football with a broken arm, Ricky's dad. But I remember the first thing Ricky's dad said when Ricky fell off his bike and came home with a broken arm. "Oh, Rick, is the bike okay?" And Paul always had a quick, witty joke to lighten the mood, and that's definitely another characteristic that Ricky has inherited. So having known Ricky for so long and been friends with him for so long, I've known about every crush, every date, every girl Ricky's ever gone out with. And to be a little cliche, it never seemed quite right. Until a few years ago when Ricky told me about Monica. But for some reason to Ricky, it always seemed like a far-off dream. He always had some reason or excuse why it wouldn't happen or why he couldn't make a move. But after a few words of encouragement, and a little bit of alcohol, here we are today. No, you could see as soon as they started dating that it was going to be something special. I actually was roommates with Ricky at the time, and his overall mood and persona was just uplifted. He was no longer grumpy when he'd come home from work, so thanks for that, Monica.
Thank you, Monica.
Thank you, Monica. Paul knows what I'm talking about.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you.
And you know, he was just a more happier, more confident, more complete version of the Ricky we all know and love. And as things got more serious between them, you could really see it was meant to be. Couldn't be happier for you guys. Monica, you truly are the woman of Ricky's dreams, and I know he's the man of yours. And with that, I'd like to raise a glass to Ricky and Monica. Wishing you guys a lifetime of love, health, and happiness. Congratulations. I love you guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you again very much. Best man Daniel, thank you.